We are deemed essential. We can keep open and keep the Welsh public fit and healthy, and giving them the opportunity to look after themselves and their bodies. So that's what we're here for today. There will be a march from City Hall. We're going to go under the bypass, around the castle, up St Mary's Street, under the tunnel, through Lloyd George Avenue, right to the Bay, into the Senedd, where we've got a few talks and different things. Everyone's got their t-shirts. If you don't have your t-shirts, grab them as we go. But today's all about positivity. It's not about creating a riot or anything along those lines. It's all about spreading the positive message that as people of Wales, we want to protect our health, and we need these gyms to be protected, and all other related businesses in order to do so. So thanks for coming today. We've got a few other people talking. I'll pass over to those, and then we'll get started. Cheers, guys.
Helo pawb, dwi yma jyst i siarad yn Gymraeg, jyst i ddeud diolch i pawb am pawb am droi fyny. Dwi'n meddwl bod o'n bwysig iawn heddiw yma, bod hwn yn ddiwrnod bwysig iawn i ni fel pobl Cymraeg, a mae'n danos faint o greu ydy'r gymuned. Felly, diolch yn fawr iawn i Alex a i Dai a Brendan a pawb sydd wedi cymryd rhan yn trefnu hyn. Swn licio cymryd llawn llaw mawr iddyn nhw am hynna. Everyone has arranged this. Felly, diolch yn fawr iawn am danos gefnogaeth mor dda. A dwi'n siŵr bod gawn ni diwrnod da heddiw yma, jyst pawb danos digon o gefnogaeth yn neud y march lawr i'r Senedd. Felly bob lwc i bawb, ac eto diolch yn fawr iawn i chi gyd. Ac fel cymuned yn iechyd a ffitrwydd, da ni rwan mwy na erioed angen sefyll yn gry efo'n gilydd. Felly dwi'n gobeithio dyna sef i'r ffda hyn ymlaen. Diolch yn fawr iawn i chi gyd.
Hiya, my name's Lee Catherine. I'm compelled to speak today, and thank you for asking me to comment, because Welsh health matters. It really is that simple. I'm not a gym owner, I'm not a fitness professional, I am a gym user. I could not and would not stand back and let your wonderful industry, the fitness industry, be closed down unjustly and unnecessarily when it brings so much benefit physically and mentally to the people of Wales. It brings people together. We've all come together for this one cause, and we will get gyms and the fitness industry classed as essential. The decision to close the fitness industry down is not political, it's nonsensical. Nonsensical. There are other pandemics now: mental health, obesity, alcohol addiction, drug addiction, and the gym and fitness studios are the rock and the structure for us all, whether we're battling something or not. They have closed us down unjustly, and all the gym owners with Di Watkins at the helm for the judicial review, you go get them, because we will not be silenced and we will not be sat on our sofas inactive, because we want to bring Wales forward as a healthy, happy nation, because guess what? There won't be a burden on the NHS from our part. None of us want to burden the NHS, not one person. So if we're happy and we're healthier, our immunity is boosted, we're combating obesity. You only have to look at the figures going into hospitals with COVID, into ICU, on ventilators. Over half of them are obese and overweight. I'm not fat shaming people, I'm just fact shaming the Welsh government. It's that simple. We are going to relentlessly pressure whatever government comes in after the 6th of May to get gyms and the fitness industry classed as essential. Why are we going to do that? because Welsh health matters. So let's hear it from you all. Why are we going to do it? Welsh health matters. Thank you. Enjoy the day.
Okay, guys, so that covers it all. I can't outdo that one. So, on the march today, I've just got a couple of things if we can be aware of. We're going to try to reduce going on the roads as much as possible. If we can try and social distance or spread ourselves out a touch, it would be a great help. We're going to start now, so if the first kind of waves can start making your way over to under the footpath, follow the guys. We'll be heading over there now, and we'll start in an orderly kind of wave around the room.
So they're happy. We really are the considerate, caring ones. We're not selfish, we're not self-indulgent. Any government
Does that cardio down weights? I feel Dave and the dog. I know she carried it around, like on the end. I got the thing at the end now.
She's trying to get the Senedd and back so all over here.
I would have changed the D to something else, not drippy. I was going to have all kinds of words. Yeah, I got that. What you doing?
Come on guys, get moving! You're moaning the gyms are closed and you're all stood like statues! We don't fight! That's it, keep moving towards us please! Thank you for staying with us on this wonderful sunny day in Cardiff and walking from City Hall to the beautiful Cardiff Bay. I know that there are people here, and please come forward and speak if you want to, who have a great story about how health and fitness has changed their life. Maybe a great weight loss story, a mental health story. I know myself at the moment, I'm a strong woman, but I've struggled mentally, particularly with the health clubs, the gyms, the studios, and getting that extra push if we can train with a workout buddy. But as I said earlier, Welsh health matters. It really is that simple. And I know people would say, well, you're selfish, you're self-indulgent, there's a risk, you're all sweating. Yeah, we are sweating, but there's no real risk of increased infection. That has been proved. And we have come together today as one large collective with the amazing efforts of Alex and the team at One Gym, who, to be honest, have been incredibly impressive in their organisation of this event. It takes a lot to impress me, but my goodness, they've gone above and beyond. And I love their passion for this, that they've done this protest to make an even bigger impact, to keep the pressure on the Welsh government. And yeah, the elections are coming very soon. We go to the polls on the 6th of May. We go back to the gyms on the 3rd of May. It's not good enough though, is it? It's just not good enough. It's too little, too late. We're not going to be duped. We're not that vulnerable. As I said, it's not a political decision. It is nonsensical. I just can't put into words how angry and frustrated I feel, and I know that each one of you feels the same. And that's why I was compelled to speak. I'm not a gym owner. I'm not a fitness professional, but I use the gym a lot. My businesses are thriving in a pandemic, and I'm not gloating about that. Everybody, all of you that run a health and fitness business have the right to be thriving during a health pandemic, even more so than at any other time. You know, the stress that you as fitness professionals and gym owners have been under is not fair, because you also have the right to be mentally and physically well. And stress, it does no good to the immunity, no good at all. And physically, it will take it from you, as well as mentally, with the cortisol levels in your body. And as I said earlier, and I've said this before, no, we don't want to burden the NHS. We're not self-indulgent. We are the ones that really care about health in Wales. We're the ones who are going to take the health of the nation forward, so that any disease we get, we bounce back quicker. We're less likely to be injured because we're fitter. We're less likely to get sick because our immunities are boosted by exercise. We enrich our lives by being happy and healthy, and that's positive energy. That's pervasive. Other people will pick up on that. You could just have that one conversation with somebody that's going to turn a life around from a life of misery because of their being unhealthy. Like, oh, you look good, you've got a glow on. Yeah, I've just come from spin at the gym. Oh, amazing, what gym is it? Oh, you should come with me and try it. Just that one conversation could make that difference to somebody's health. to reverse the risk of stroke, diabetes, heart attack, other illnesses, osteoporosis. We need to do this together. We will do this together. And I think you're all fantastic for giving up your Saturday and coming down here to support this incredibly worthy cause, which is the #1 cause at the moment that we need to shout loud about. We're not going to go away today and say, oh, what a good day, and spam our social media. We are going... We are going to go away today. Yeah, we'll spam social media with all our photos and selfies and videos because that will raise awareness. But we are going away today with a promise to each other that we will be relentless. How are we going to be? Relentless. Because Welsh health matters. As I've said it before, it matters more now than any other time. This is the greatest crisis we will ever face as people who are invested in the health and fitness industry. We have to tell everybody, even if they're not gym users or even if they're not into fitness, that they too can tell others who are in power, who have been elected, that the fitness industry and gyms are essential. They need to be classed as such. I've spoken to many people about this matter, and those who are not into fitness have said to me, yeah, it should be an essential business. Absolutely. McDonald's is open, KFC is open, you can buy alcohol, you can buy cigarettes, but we can't go and lift weights or run on a treadmill or swim. It's absolute nonsense. It's counterintuitive. As I said, how can we take the Welsh Government seriously when they're ignoring emails? I know they're busy. Oh, and then you get, oh, but they have to make hard decisions. Listen, my mother was a politician and she told me a story once that somebody in council was whining about making a decision. Oh, it's a difficult decision. And I said to my mother, what did you say? Did you just say, well, don't go into politics if you don't want to make difficult decisions? So my sympathy is not there whatsoever for the people making difficult decisions. To lock everything down was in fact the easiest decision because it was easy. But closing the fitness industry down, as I said, it was a very silly, counterintuitive decision. Very silly. And people like myself, I've admitted, I was like, oh God, I'm going to go down there today. They're going to be thinking, God, you go to a gym, you've got a cheek, look at the size of you. Because I put on 20 pounds in lockdown and I'm still working out and I know about food and things like that. But it affects us all in different ways, doesn't it? And as I've said, you've all got a voice. You can all get on an email. You can write a letter to constituency offices, into government, whoever gets elected again, very shortly and imminently. Health needs to be supported in Wales. It doesn't need to be suppressed. It is, I think, a right to be healthy. It's not a privilege. That's why I'd give an open invitation today to the government that we'd like to work with you. Instead of furloughing everybody, how about subsidised gym memberships, vitamin D3, which has been proved in a study in Spain to reduce mortality of COVID patients by 60%, public health initiatives. There are some absolutely fantastic visionaries here amongst us in the fitness industry. And that's the thing, we don't want to bash the government, although on times, that has gone through my mind. And, with boxing practice, I kind of think, I know whose face I'm imagining as I'm throwing that hook. But we do want to work with the government. This is an essential business, an essential industry. Let's get gym memberships subsidised. Let's really invest in Wales, in the health, because how can any economy go forward with an unhealthy nation after so much of lockdown? People will be off sick more, mental health issues. They're not as effective if they've got jobs that includes manual labour and lifting. So let's do it together, guys. We will do this together because Welsh health matters. I love you all for coming. Thank you. And keep up the pressure. We'll do it together.
Okay, so we're going to have 5 minutes from Neil here, and then a little bit of a small political statement. Not a lot. I mean, it's going to be about the health and well-being of the nation and the importance that we provide as gym owners. I mean, not just financially as a burden on the NHS and everything else, but what we've been doing for many, many years, small and large. Okay, so we all contribute in huge ways which have been sadly overlooked, and I think it's time now that we get this message across. And again, I'd rather stay out. Obviously, Health and Safety Day, and get that message across. So I'm just going to pass it to Neil. He'll have 5 minutes on the mic, and then we'll have a gentleman in on the freedom of
Diolch yn fawr, and welcome, croeso, to the seat of Welsh democracy in Cardiff Bay. I'm Neil McAvoy. I'm the leader of a brand new political party in Wales called Propel. It's taken us 18 months to set up because the Electoral Commission would not let us form. They wouldn't accept us officially, and that's an indication of how broken democracy, what is left of it, is right now in Wales. A very simple message. End lockdowns, end them now, and don't go back into them. Another message on the t-shirts. Welsh health matters. It matters. I find it incredible, like many others, that gyms have been locked down. And again, what we must do is reopen gyms, and it's our policy to reclassify gyms as essential service providers. I put on a bit of weight in the autumn, and luckily I was behind the screen because my fat shirts weren't fitting me. I wasn't looking good. So I started training with Steve Robinson, former world champ, and I'll tell you what, by December, the end of December, just before lockdown, I was probably the fittest I've been for 10 years. My mental health was much better. My wife said I was easier to live with, which that says something given our situation. And I was really angry that the opportunity to train every week and to look after my body. I'm an older dad, I'm 51. My son's 18 months old, and I want to be healthy for him. I want to live longer, and I want to train. And I think, like most others, I'll confess, I've fallen down the last 3 months. I'm in the house, work, and I've not been able to train. And it's that appointment at the gym during the week, or a couple of appointments, which gives me the opportunity to look after my own health, reduce my stress, increase my immunity as well. Have we all heard of fact checkers? Yeah? We're going to do a fact check now. First one, number 1. If you have no symptoms, you are well, and you cannot pass anything on to anybody else. This asymptomatic transmission is a nonsense. And if you listen to Fauci, what he said last spring, he said as much. It's never been a driver in any pandemic, and yet the whole lockdown strategy is pinned on that lie. The Centre for Disease Control has now confirmed, I saw it in the press the other day, it's out there publicly, in the New York Times of all newspapers, that you've got a 1 in 10,000 chance of picking anything up off a surface. 1 in 10,000. So back in March, I did the shopping for my parents. Everything I gave them, I wiped down. There was no need for that. What they've done, they've drilled fear into the whole population, and it's wrong. So the third fact check, the PCR test. It is not a diagnosis. It is not. The inventor said that himself. And in Wales, they've been doing 45 cycles. if you do 45 cycles on a PCR test, you can almost find anything, and it renders those tests almost meaningless. I'm really concerned about the lack of democracy. We're a brand new party, 31 candidates. I'm in the Welsh Parliament. We have members all over Wales, councillors all over Wales, yet we're being completely blanked by the media. I'm not allowed to debate the First Minister. I'm not allowed to debate the other party leaders. And that's an outrage. And what they want us to do is to go away. Well, we're not going to go away. We're going to fight this election. And what I'm saying to everyone here, unfortunately, this does come down to politics. In 4 weeks' time, we're going to be choosing people who are going to be sat in that building, making decisions on our lives, on our health, on our children, on our businesses. And I tell you what, there shouldn't be a single person stood here who will vote Labour or vote Mark Drakeford. No way. I'm standing against Drakeford in Cardiff West, and we're neck and neck. I was 1,000 votes behind last time. We can take him out, and we can make a statement to the whole of Wales that we reject lockdown. We want the gyms open, and we want to get our lives back. Diolch yn fawr.
We've seen gradually our freedoms being taken away from us, starting with 3 weeks to flatten the curve. Over a year later, we're still not even able to go to the gym. But they said, oh, we'll open up a week earlier. Why is that? Because we're starting to put pressure on them. Well done, everyone. We've got to stick together, right? I'm not a politician. I'm far from a politician, right? I didn't know I was going to be speaking today, but I'm going to speak from my heart. I'm a father, and I'm concerned. I'm an ex-semi-professional rugby player. I played for Wales at youth level, and I also played at university level. I went on to play semi-professionally, so I know how important fitness is for our health, well-being, and almost more importantly, our mental health. I can see people struggling. Suicide's on the increase, mental health is on the increase. We need to get together, guys, and just like what Neil said now, if people vote Labour in this election, honestly, I don't know what's going through their minds. After the year that we've had, we really need to make a change, guys. We've got to get back in the gyms, we've got to get the kids training, we've got to get the kids in the schools with their masks off so they can breathe properly. Guys, oxygen is our most important nutrient, and we're closing that off for our kids. It's nothing short of abuse, in my opinion, and that's just my opinion. Listen, Freedom Alliance Wales are standing in many different constituencies. I urge you not only to vote yourselves, but to tell people about us. Know there's an option for freedom. We're not going to put up with any of this. We're going to open Wales back up. And more importantly, we're going to get the gyms, leisure centres, community centres, so that we can get back and seeing people again, yeah? What was that? Pubs! I nearly said it, but I held back! Guys, like I said, I haven't prepared for anything, but I know, thank you so much for everyone that's come out today. I think this is a good sign as to where we're going, and there's not just people that research this a lot that are into this now. We're reaching the masses. We've got a short time, and this is an emergency in my opinion. This is why I've done this. Like I said, I'm a father, I've got a busy business myself. I could have done without it, to be honest with you. But I thought if I stand up, it may help other people to follow. Just like Mariana Williams said, if you let your light shine, it also allows other people to shine theirs. And thanks a lot for the opportunity, and thanks, guys. Like I said, I didn't know I was going to be speaking, and vote for Freedom Alliance or somebody that's going to be voting against this. Don't vote conventionally in this election. It is essential, guys. This is essential. I've heard people saying about voting and saying that voting doesn't matter, you know, but we've never had a time in our history like this. This is a massive opportunity for us to take our country back. Come on, freedom!
Guys, again, ladies and gentlemen, and thanks very much for all coming again. Well, just a quick word from, we got Biggie, he's from the Lions Den. He's a guy who parties hard. I mean, he's got a huge following on Instagram. And he just wants to say just a couple of words. I mean, this guy is in training himself. He knows how the importance of keeping healthy. You've already spoken to me about it, and he'd like to just say a couple of brief words. So, and man, the mic is Biggie.
Right guys, this one goes out to Mark Drayfoot, yeah? We are the solution, we are not the problem. I was 23.5 stone last year, I'm now 18 stone due to the gyms being about that. So this is why we need the gyms back open. So say with me, open the gyms! Open the gyms! Let's go!
Okay guys, I don't know how to follow that one either. So I just wanted to say a massive thank you for coming out today. It just shows what it means to us. I see a sign up there that kind of hits you. When did our gyms or when did our health not become essential? That just hits a nail on our head. Our health's essential. Welsh health matters. This isn't just a movement for today. This is something that we're going to follow up with and keep the pressure on now. We've made progress. They brought it forward a week. They're now paying us attention. So we need to keep this movement forward. And when gyms do reopen and when other health and fitness industries open back up, we need to support them. We need to attend these places and not wait and put it off week after week. So I just want to say a massive thank you. We'll finish it off there. Thanks for coming today. Continue your support over the next couple of weeks. We can't wait until the 3rd of May. Thanks everyone.